Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field, Illinois. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Carry now for David Montgomery. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Davion Taylor there to bring him down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
But remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Push him back. Push him back.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Ball carrier.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
It's a gain.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, it's Wentz. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
By the Eagles.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Quez Watkins, 53 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Bears nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 8. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's Dobbins. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case...
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Justin Matabike. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 20.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Anybody's coming. Watch him. Tight end left. 41's the mic. Check. 19. 41's the mic.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, Wentz going deep here for Watkins. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at about the 31. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bears nothing.
Down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run here with Dobbins. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Brings up 3rd down.
Try to run for it with Dobbins. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Eagles 21. Bears nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put in. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Chandler Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now left side on the swing pass. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out of...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
1st down, and
we haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They'll run with Dobbins, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. J.K. Dobbins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Score Eagles 28, Bears nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
On the return. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
43-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Eluding the pressure right. And completes to Zach Ertz. First down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.K. Dobbins on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Bears nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Now, and he takes it. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously with the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
3rd and 12.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
All day, every day, any day.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Randy Bullock set to kick off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
59 mark, 59 mark, check, check.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Now this time, Wentz will throw. Escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
Let's get in now. Watch the safety creep.
On 1st down, Dobbins. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
He's tackled.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Carrier.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Down.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
A gain of 7.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Dobbins. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
All day, dog. Check.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are pouring it on.
And this is the kind of day a running back dreams of. They keep handing him the ball, and he keeps taking it in for touchdowns.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Eagles 42, Bears nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
A gain of a yard.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.